What?
Yeah. She's just sitting there, and I feed somehow. I don't remember, but we still win. We're not. We don't hold it though forever.
We need to get some damage into that fucking Sigma shield. Jesus Christ. Like, we should have had way more damage in the Sigma shield, and then we would have been able to put the damage in the Ursa shield. We were just doing damage to the Ursa way too soon. Like, you can blow up her shield, but, like, Jesus. We also need to be getting Discord onto that Pharah to pressure her. It doesn't matter if we have Discord on the Ursa or not. It has to be on the Pharah so we can actively punish her. And then just because she's on a Pharah and she's playing so aggressive, she's denying her own Mercy's res. So, like, you don't even really have to guard res. Res is just guarded in general. That guy's fucking inting his brains out. Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. Now they're swapping. Let me guess, they stay far for Barrage.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Two counters.
She guy was a little questionable.
By the way, Jay, if you're ever forced down to the low ground, you just want to be playing double arches.
I'm playing Half-Life.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't like this window, and I'll tell you why.
How are we gonna use it?
Well, you're able to use it because it's right in front of you. Well,
Yeah,
not
but
in front of you.
Then we
but...
die though.
So what I think should have been happening, like if we're actively planning to use window, I think Al, you need to come down this corridor and give window to your Hanzo and your Sigma. I think that's the best course of action here.
True, because it's just
Okay.
double damage off angle.
Yeah.
Because like your Mei, Orisa, and Zen will never get as much value out of that window as Sigma and Hanzo can with the window. So you just end up giving your window more value, and it gives them the direct off angle. Their only response is to back up over behind statue.
Right, and that's
and then we can just look to make a halt play. Yeah, then we just make to use a halt play, and with the halt play, then the people down here don't even need the window, because if you go back up here, we can still hit the halt play.
What if they rotated hotel?
That's right. They rotate up top.
No, hotel.
Hotel.
That is actually so bright. Why are you looking? All right, so if they go hotel, we keep our tank, or we keep our Ursa and Mei here. Sigma and Hanzo go back here with Bap and Zen, and then if they look, they're gonna continue to look to punish you guys. So what you do is you just come all the way down to this window. You force them to follow you, and then you just drop down and you rotate back up to this high ground, and then you keep your tanks. You have your tanks come to taxi, and then the people that went up to the high ground come to this high ground and put damage in that way. Mm-hmm. So your damage is coming in from taxi and from the high ground over here. So this is your kill zone. Okay, so again, I don't like the window. Trends comes out a little bit late. We stacked IMF on it, which now lets me know that we didn't actually realize that they had Barrage, or we didn't discuss our counter to Barrage in pre-fight planning. And now we're taking too long to die. This is not winnable. We need to just go in on one target and int our brains out. Int your brains out. Int your brains out. No.
Staggered.
All right, now we're staggered. We need to back up. Can't do shit. We won't be able to do anything until Cart gets to here.
That was a pretty good prediction.
Yeah, it was. There's the engagement. We need to put pressure on the Pharah. So, like, they're staying on the Pharah, right? So what should our response be to them having a Pharah?
Discord and poke.
Discord and poke, yeah. What else? Because we're not running a Pharah counter. We have no direct Pharah counters. It doesn't matter how good I am as Mei versus Pharahs on ladder. We don't have a direct Pharah counter.
Right. I mean, then you just play around with Pharah. I mean, you just like force her in a spot where she can't really spam you out. Then you can focus on the fight on the Cart. Because if you force them out, then it's just 4v6 on point.
Could have Rigo Kree.
I know.
We did do
talked
a
about
Kree,
it, but I was like,
You have
too far
Rigo
up.
Kree and you have Jago Brig.
Okay, we did that at one
we
point.
tried to, but like the spawns were like fucked, and we didn't react fast enough for it.
Okay.
Yeah, we did eventually try to attempt to make that swap.
Yeah.
Not the Brig though, but we did put Raid on
By the time I
Kree.
got on Kree, they swapped off fire anyways, so it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, but this is just a case of us not identifying the enemy comp and then realize like, hey, maybe we should be looking to swap.
Yeah.
And then we push into the Kree, which is an oopsie. Like, generally speaking, like, if we knew that that Kree had a high noon, we didn't want to be using Flux there. We wanted to save it. Or we wanted to, like actively plan to kill the McCree in the Flux with, like, a headshot from the Hanzo or something like that. We also all were in main. So, like, what we can look to do is we can look to do two other things. And one of them is getting... You get your Hanzo and Sig on here if card is, like, around here. And if the card's further than that, you want to have your Sig and your Hanzo
On top,
take this
right.
path thing over to this window. If we get them onto this window, we can deal with a Pharah up above a lot easier. It also just provides a baseline off angle. And the reason that's important is because this is literally the worst area and second point to fight in. So if we can negate fighting in that area, we're golden. Jay staggered. Unlucky. Think you were just prepared for a recontest before your team would be available. Alright, so now we're on D.Va, looking to control high grounds. The issue with this is we don't have anyone to control high grounds with D.Va without using cart and a wall to boost anyone up. So we're not actually able to get value out of D.Va on the high ground because of that. It does give us a response to Pharah, with Discord Orb, but other than that, it doesn't really do anything for us having the D.Va other than the DM to eat shit. But like, yeah, you can eat that, but other than that, we're kind of limited. And I still think having Kree Sig would be better here than having the D.Va. Or if we're running the D.Va, running like Kree Hanzo would be fine because that actually gives us the ability to utilize these high grounds. Or with Cart being up here, we can start to look for, keeping that Sigma from before and having Sig Hanzo on high ground with a Kree on low ground. Good bongo, good halt. So because they're on Sigma, it's kind of iffy as to who wins this. Like that trance, no reason to use that trance. That trance isn't doing jack shit for us. And now we're self-splitting. So let's go back a little bit more.
I'm getting a phone call.
Mans is getting a phone call. Unlockers.
Unlucky.
I'll be right back. I have to. My aunt's here. She's dropping something off for me.
Do you want me to wait for you?
No, I mean it might be a couple minutes, so you can.
Okay. Okay, so here. Okay, we need to be backing up to this corner. We can utilize the hardcover provided by Cart to help us do that. But instead, we split between the lane and into Cubby. Which why, yeah, we turn around and win this. It was just bad positioning on our part. We want to be looking to be more along this corner here than being over by there. So pushing forward here is fine. Good recognizing the back up soon. That's good. So now we want to talk about the threat of a double shield front line, specifically a double shield front line with a Sigma, opposed to or a Sigma Rhine, or Orisa Sigma opposed to like a Rhine Orisa. So because the shield that the Sigma has is so mobile, it's really important for us to recognize that he has the ability to cut off resources, and they have a Mei as well. So this is something I'm working on with EU. Is recognizing that shield blocks off resources, and Sigma shield is the easiest shield to do that with, other than like a Winston, who's currently banned. Pepe laugh. So what we're going to be looking to identify, if this Sigma's good enough to do it, is for them to use their wall in order to either force our movement or just extend hard cover, and then using the actual Sigma Shield itself to block off our resources, which is what a good player would do. Decent, but we never forced out their wall, which means we kind of our window just got instantly countered by their wall, which just nullified the value of window because they were able to put resources into us and get value into us before we could do anything to their wall. So we just need to pressure the Mei quicker in order to deny her ability to throw the wall up. Because like if the Sigma Shield was coming in, we would have blown up the Sigma Shield before it could even block the window, but we just completely ignored that.
So we want to use Mei wall first or last?
We want to force their Mei wall before we use our window.
Before we use our window. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just basically shooting their Mei before she can pop off on us.
Is that like a given like almost every time?
If you're going to look to use your BAP window, you
Shield?
kind of
Yeah.
have to.
Okay.
That's a good wall from the enemy Mei, no cap. We're not touching one at a time, which is not good. We're stacking a point like this, like you should be touching one at a time. That way respawns can properly come in. If you're all on point, you die too fast to get the value out of their respawn. Unless like the enemy team just complete dog shit. Because like you have respawn advantage, but they're getting more numbers on cart, you say? It's because we're not staggering onto point, we're just stacking onto point, which is not what you want to be doing.
So we're communicating like whether
I'm
you're
touching,
on or
I'm
off.
touching. Your ball's
Yeah.
touching, your ball's touching. Tracer will touch next. That's what I want to hear.
So we're going until we die, right?
Yeah, and then the next person touches because you want to actually get the value out of having the respawn advantage.
Is that like primarily for trying to win it back or just for like eating time?
Both.
How do you win it back if you just stagger on?
Well, if we're
Because you have
staggering in-
respawn advantage compared to them.
yeah.
You
Like,
have
if
respawn
one
advantage,
person
they don't.
touches and they can live long enough on point for everyone else to respawn, and
Right.
if we stagger
I
long
see
enough,
now.
we could get a chance to get like a 5v6 or maybe even 6v6 if the person lives and we go in.
Yeah.
Extending the amount of life your team actually has for respawns. Okay, attacking on spam poggers. Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, I want to see a damage split by statue and looking to get vampire and read onto the high ground. Great. Keep walking. Jay can go as well if he wants to get up there and get some spamming off the high ground. That'd be really good for us if they had their own set of, like, if they set up the same way we did on defense. Having Jay come up to this high ground here would be good because we can make halt plays all along this area.
Yeah,
and
look at
just
this
get into
support tier.
damage.
Look at this support tier.
What the fuck are they doing?
Just watch, just watch, just watch.
All right, so where are you guys at? Like to watch the VOD? I just got here.
In hashtag chat, there's a pinned link.
Okay. Yeah, I was here, and then my dad told me to take my brother to work, so I was gone. And
Unlucky. I have no
Unlucky.
clue what the fuck is going on right now.
dude, I dropped. I'm like, fuck.
The maze just kind of like behind us. Did
Can we
I
shoot
wait, did
one
I push
fucking
you
target, please? Thank you.
off? Did I push you off it?
What?
Did I push you off the high ground?
No, I think I literally just kind of fell off, and I somehow didn't die. It was literally 1v6.
Shoot one fucking target. Go next. We're pushing in without 6. That's a bad start already. I guess it was even because their Kree was coming back. But like we didn't even combo with our dragon. We're stacking Trance and Lamp again. GG, go next. You notice every time I go from one fight to the next, I'm clicking 20 seconds ahead, right? So every time I'm clicking that, we're wasting 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds.
I'm back.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
but-
saw that. I'm like, this is a disaster in the making.
Hmm.
All right, now we're on our own form of bunker. Or not bunker. You know what you know what I fucking
Standard.
mean. Brawl.
Yeah.
Or well, rush, but it's not really rush. Excuse me, with no Lucio. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Pretty standard. That was nice to say.
Instant replay.
I don't know how the fuck that didn't get eaten, but that should have gotten eaten.
Diva's a shit hero. I don't know.
That's true. Too many bugs.
Yes.
We need to just be more conscious than putting either just freezing into the diva or just more damage in general into that diva for we're actually looking to use mail.
I'm pretty sure that's why I
Remember
literally
Blizzard.
I was calling no DM. So I'm pretty sure like at right as she like turned it off. Or
Yeah,
maybe
but
she
you
just threw at the same
literally
time.
never want to calm no DM. No DM is the worst calm you can make. You want to
no
call
DM.
when her defense matrix is up,
Yeah,
and then
that's what I
have
meant,
your
yeah,
May
yeah.
respond to it.
Like I was like yelling like DM like when she was using it, and then she blizzarded like I guess right at the same time or maybe after.
Yeah.
But I called it like when she used it. Oh, this fucks us.
Yeah, we just get,
That
we just get
was-
blasted.
Yeah, I ate the fire strike, and then I like they just stunned right after my thing that went off, so I couldn't
Yeah.
eat the stun.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't.
And then
I didn't
here,
know which
gang
one was
warfare,
hitting or
pop
not.
jam.
It's a mean stagger.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen less violence in the ghetto. That was disgusting.
That's a nasty ass flash.
Bro, I had homies fucking peddling drugs, dude. I've seen less violence than that.
That wasn't.
Look at this May.
This May is so bad. Oh my.
Mhm.
The fuck was that?
She had like a good 2 seconds on it too.
Okay, there's no way that Kree doesn't die. He didn't get nano. There's no way he doesn't die. There's no way he doesn't die.
They
He had Discord on him too.
they rallied. I think.
Shatter. Nanimal.
We don't need to shatter. We did this.
Oh, there we go.
We're
there we
calling-
go. Combo
calling for the bomb.
wombo.
Oh
We're
no.
calling for the bomb play.
Oh no,
It's
Prime's
already-
going in. What? Assassinate.
Poor guy.
Lucky. Wait, this is it? This is it?
We don't cap because
Yes.
of this.
Yes. This is the stupidest shit in history.
Oh.
I thought she was like not dead and she was just hiding there the entire time, but she just left insanely early.
Oh, we didn't scout her at all.
You almost 180'd it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I knew once I heard it off that we were gonna lose a fucking round. Like I was like, oh fuck.
Before you make fun of
but
me,
that's
Sin,
why,
this,
that's
this
why
is
you
called
as
a-
Diva want to like live up here
Yeah.
and actually check this area. Like even if you were on Sigma, I'd want you to rotate up the stairs and come out this way.
Yeah. I was not expecting her to be there that fucking quick.
I mean,
And she was already behind us somehow. Like,
Oh, I tried to get you out, dude. I was coming for the rescue. I was so
yeah, that's fine.
Nano almost prepared the fucking shatter shield to save your life there.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
Of
we
course,
got
anything-
4. Oh,
Look at Al.
What the fuck? What are you trying to type? Oh.
Yeah.
You got launched.
Oh my god. I got
okay.
stunned,
Let
slept.
me go
from-
into roster chat and let's type some stuff up.
Yes, I agree.
Alright, I don't need to record any more of this, right?
No, I'm typing up notes for King.